Hey guys, Filip here, back with Athletiq, back for another video. In this video today, we will be talking about some diet hacks. Diet hacks that I use personally to help me with my diet and staying on track. Now, a couple of things you might know, a couple of things might seem a bit strange to you, but let's dive in and let me try and break it down for you so it can make some sense. Now, we got sodium, I think is important, and what I learned from following people like Stan Efferding on YouTube is he talks about sodium as a role in performance. Now, we always think we need to cut back on salt and avoid salt in foods and all that, but when you're dieting and when you're eating really clean, you're going to need to increase your salt. You're going to need to start salting your foods because you're going to start cramping. Your sodium is going to be too low. You're better off bumping it up, and if you're training all the time consistently, you're better off bumping that salt right up. So I recommend iodized salt. The iodine helps with thyroid function, and yeah, keep your sodium high. It's not going to be an issue for you. You're not going to have any issues with your blood pressure unless you already have some high blood pressure issues. Then see a doctor. But other than that, keep your salt high while you're eating clean to help you with your training, with your performance, you know, so you don't cramp up, so you can keep training hard and, you know, make your food taste a bit better too. That's another good reason why you want to add salt in. It's because nobody wants to eat bland chicken breast, you know. You're better off seasoning it properly. Now, as for like things like seasoning and spices, I love to use things like cinnamon, cayenne pepper, you know, some chili spices, paprika. Use a lot of those. Avoid spices that have sugar in them, but where there are herbs and spices and seasonings, just use them as your heart's content. You know, they'll make your food more palatable, make it go down easier, and it will just make dieting an absolute breeze. Same goes for sauces, if you go for the right sauces. And another thing I got from Stan Efferding is stock, which like you know, bone broth or chicken stock or beef stock, whatever it is. You can get bottles of it for cheap at your grocery store, and super low calorie, high in sodium and stuff, which is all right, like we just mentioned. And you add that chicken stock or whatever, you can make a soup out of it, which add it into your meal, you know, maybe your chicken and rice or whatever it is, and it'll make that food so much more palatable, much easier for digestion, for breaking it down. It will just sit much easier, go through you much quicker. So that's a big tip I got from him. So I'm a big fan of his vertical diet. If you haven't heard about it, maybe look into it, check it out. I highly recommend you know, his concept and what he recommends. So stock but sauces as well. You know, people shy away from sauces, and you should to an extent. But let's say if you want a little bit of barbecue sauce, a little bit of tomato sauce, it's okay. Just fit it in with your macros, fit it in with your daily goal, and it should be fine. I like to use chili sauce, the hotter the better. You know, habanero sauce, pretty much 0 calories, just a bit of sodium. And that gives it a bit of a punch, bit of really nice flavor. And yeah, it just makes dieting more exciting, to be honest. Now, supplements. Now, everyone has been talking about supplements and how, you know, you don't need them and this and that. Yes, you don't need them. And a lot of supplements are a complete waste of money, but how can we use them to hack our diet? How can we use them to make our diet easier, our life easier? So, big believer in whey protein. I love the stuff, and I believe you can use it for a lot of things. You know, the convenience of having a whey protein shake after gym, or if you're rushing for work or this or that, makes it easier so you don't have to prep all the time, and if you're running out of time, it's just quick and easy. Another thing is whey protein or even casein protein can be used in a lot of recipes. A lot of you know, if you can get creative and make all these different cool recipes, just look online. There's an abundance of stuff out there that you can get creative with whey or casein protein. keep your meals high in protein, very low in calorie, and you know, the stuff tastes great. So that's what I recommend in the supplement scheme. Creatine, maybe help with performance and stuff. It's not really a dieting hack. But yeah, mainly protein when it comes to supplements, I think can be a real big plus. Also, not necessarily BCAAs, but essential amino acids, EAAs, can help with your training. I guess to help recovery and replenishment, especially if you've got some electrolytes in that. A good intra-workout would be like an essential amino acid with electrolytes, maybe some citrulline. That stuff will help you get through your workout, maintain a better pump, get nutrients to the muscle. That'll definitely help. It's A-okay. Fruits and salads. To me, it can be a little bit of a dieting hack because so many people want to avoid fruits these days because of the sugar, because of the fructose. But have you looked at the calorie content of fruits? You know, it's very hard to binge on fruits and get fat. It's not going to happen. I mean, it's still possible, but let's be real, it's not going to happen. Now, I'm a real big fan of berries, blueberries, strawberries. You know, I like the occasional banana with a lot of dishes. But yeah, fruits can be used as a, you know, you want to include fruits in your diet to keep your nutrients high. It's important to keep fruits in there, and you know, there's fiber in them, there's all these vitamins that you'll be missing out on if you cut fruits out of your diet. So keep them in there. Salads are a tool that I like to use to fill me up more. So when I want to add volume to my meals, I'll have lots of salad, lots of spinach or something, and just blow the volume right out. So my brain thinks I'm eating so much more, and even though it's not calorie dense, it'll help me get through to the next meal a lot easier, knowing that I've had such a huge meal. And you know, just the sheer amount of volume will help fill you up a bit more. And now you can add the two together. I sometimes make like a pot soup where I'll have mixed salad or a spinach with stock, 500 mils of chicken or beef stock, throw in some chicken or beef, and maybe rice, and I cook all that up, and that's a couple servings for the day. Obviously I track that within my daily macros, but like that's super convenient. You make that one pot of soup, that's 3 to 4 meals for your day set, and it's much easier to plan ahead, track those macros out right, and set those meals out for the day, rather than trying to get super creative and having every single meal different. You know what I mean? Sometimes you have to, it's better to be simplistic about things to stay on track more. Low irritation foods. Not many people think about these. They don't think about foods that cause like digestion issues, gassiness, inflammation. Now, certain foods that I have learned to avoid now, and people are going to be like, whoa, what the fuck? Broccoli and brown rice. I cut them completely out. Brown rice, a long time ago, I cut out of my diet. I'll occasionally have it. I love the taste, you know, it's not that, but I find that it doesn't sit well within my gut. It doesn't digest well. It just makes me bloated and just sits there. Apparently, according to Stan Efferding, there's some anti-nutrients in there. Maybe you want to look that up. Broccoli as well. Broccoli sits there for me too. Broccoli, cauliflower, they just sit there. They make me feel shit. So and they don't taste the best, to be honest with you. So, you know, I'm not too keen on adding them back into my diet. I've just cut them out. I've upped the salad and haven't looked back. Now, coming to the graph I got written here, so some alternatives, for instance, for the broccoli and brown rice, like these I wrote bad. You know, they're not necessarily bad, they're good foods, they're great foods, nutrient dense, but they cause gassiness, they can cause inflammation, they just sometimes wreak havoc on the digestion system. We all know beans make you fart. You know, they make you really gassy. So does brown rice, and so does broccoli to an extent. You know, for a lot of people, heck, if you don't like broccoli, it's a good enough excuse to pull it out and try and add in different. Okay, sorry guys, I just realised my phone stopped recording, so I'll just finish up this video real quick, wrap it up. Basically, yeah, so I recommend going for basmati rice, potato, sweet potato. I like to use spinach, salads. Those foods generally go really easy with everyone. Basmati rice is super digestible, goes good with everyone, and you know, basically from what I've heard, basmati rice is pretty much the same thing as brown rice but without the hull. Quite low in calories. It's not that calorie dense. I'd avoid things like jasmine rice or what's the other one, sticky rice or things of that nature, sushi rice. Basmati rice is the way to go. You know, keep your potatoes in there, your white potato, sweet potato, they're all good. They've got potassium, they've got nutrients in there, and they just sit really, really well. Anyways, these are some tips and diet hacks for you. I mean, they help me. I hope you find this video useful. If you got some comments, like leave it in the comment section below. And if you like this shirt, you can get it on our website, freakathletiq.com. I'll add a link below. And yeah, hope you found this video informative. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.